Train! All right, folks. So everybody knows, we're moving early this time. All right. So I got here about 15 minutes ago. And you see it over there off in the distance? When I got here 20 minutes ago, Starlight northbound was going by. Starlight is the Amtrak that goes from LA Union Station down to or up to Seattle. Hang on one second. I got all set up right there. And then the train blew, and then look, you got all these people coming up the stairs. You got people walking up the tracks. This guy's going slow, but not slow enough. All right, folks. Welcome to Vandenberg Rocket Launches. What's up, R. Franco? Day 13 of sumo. Don't ruin it for me, Miss Franco. There's already a lot of people out here to see the launch. If you're coming up late, don't worry about going up to Surf Beach. You can't. They got it closed. We are facing north right now toward North Base. Why? Because any minute now, oh, no, don't move that. Move that. There's the train. There is not an Amtrak, but that's a freight train. That's not pulling freight. It's pulling a tanker and something else. It is going to stay on the main line. So you got this line right here all rusty, which I don't want to call it the abandoned line, but they don't really use it. They used it a couple months ago when half the train track slid away down south, down by the State Beach area. Oh, he looks like he's stopping back there by the bridge. Or he might be coming up slow. But you see those switches right there? Those are still switched to the main line, which you could tell because see how this is all rusty? That track's over there is all shiny, which means that's the track they use. Yeah, he kind of looks like he stopped either at or before the bridge. So we're going to get off of the train tracks. Well, I'm glad I went live a little early today. And then, so we're up at Ocean Park. Or down at Ocean Park, how you want to look at it. And then you got people still coming up the stairs. People still migrating up the tracks to surf. And then just to the left of the field goal post there, it's probably a little bit difficult to see right now, but there's the booster. I kind of think I'm just going to stay right here. I'm not going to move again. wonder why I don't go to surf to do these streams, is because the service isn't good up there, and every time I live stream up there, it drops out, and then, you know, drops back in and out. But excuse me, this is as good a spot as any as far as I'm concerned. You can't see the deluge kick on, which kind of sucks, but especially for me, since I'm a fire sprinkler fitter by trade, it's kind of cool seeing the deluge kick on. Is it hot out there? Not really. There's a nice breeze going on right now, so it's not as hot as you think it would be. You go inland, yeah, it gets hot. Hang on, I'm gonna go check on the train real quick. If he's coming forward, he's inching forward. How's the wind noise, folks? Do we got a lot of wind noise on the live stream? I'm debating which camera I want to plug my microphone into. Oh, I forgot to stop that one. What a bummer. Oh, wait. No, right there. Where is it? Is that it? Okay, let's turn the ISO down some. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Maybe a little bit more. No, that's too dark. Go with 2500. We're going with 2500. There's a good amount of people out here today, which I'm kind of surprised since it's a Friday. But I guess it's spring break season. I'm not sure. All right. Liftoff is in 27 minutes and 9 seconds. Hopefully. Okay. Testing, testing. Is the sound any better? What do you mean I have two people with the same answer? Can you still hear me? Microphone check, microphone check. Well, you got to always assume it's cooler here in Lompoc or by the beach. But here we wait for Booster 1100's fourth launch. Its first launch was a return to sender. NRO 1. Where is it? Oh, I never looked that up. I think it's NRO 105 and 2 Starlink missions. Well, I guess the train's not coming. I guess he just stopped back there. Yep. Yep. The train stopped at the bridge. Mainly because we got 25 minutes to go, so they'll probably just sit there. When I got here, I went up to surf, and there was the usual sheriff officer there, but there was also Fish and Game, which to me kind of helped me out because I had some questions. If you're not from the area, wait, this is what sucks. Can you guys hear me? Or is there no sound? I just plugged my microphone in, so I want to make sure we got sound going. Anybody? Anybody? All right, cool. We got sound. But the fishing game was up there at Surf Beach. And since it's snowy plover season, the beach is somewhat closed. There's only like a mile of beach that's open right now. And you're not allowed to go in the dunes. Well, I was told, which I find interesting, these dunes down here by Ocean Park, you can go hang out on these dunes, but you can't go to the dunes by Surf Beach. Now, that mound right there and that mound right there in the center of the picture, if you go stand on those, you could see the pad perfect from there. Hello, TK2D. Welcome to the page. But yeah, all these dunes, I guess you could stand on. That's what Fish and Game said. And as for the road being closed, last time there was a launch a few days ago at night, they had the road closed coming out past 13th, the southern base entrance. And today it's not closed. So the sheriff and the fishing game and the CHP told me it's not their decision, it's the base's decision where they want the road closed, and today it's open. So if you're not here, I'm sorry, but if you are here, you could park down there at Ocean Park, which is pretty full right now. There is our brackish water area over there. Oh, James looks like he's out at work today, so it looks like we'll get a video from the offshore oil rig. It is a little hazy out here because there is a little breeze. That's why we got the microphone plugged in today. And there's people standing around waiting for the launch. And back pointed toward the booster, which is just a little off screen right now. Now it's pretty much centered. But there is the booster. Booster 1100, waiting for its 4th launch, which should be a good one. Oh, man. Okay. There. And go that way just a little bit more to get the people out of the screen somewhat. But once again, thanks for joining us. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, share, tell a friend, comment where you're watching from and how you found us. Don't forget to turn your notifications on, because as I always say, I never know when I'm going live. Usually a half hour before launch. But the times change so frequently, I suggest just turning your notifications on and hanging out. Yes and no, the sun will kind of be an issue, but not really. Here, so we're gonna do a rough estimate, right? The rocket's gonna go this way, it's gonna go up, and then it's gonna go slightly that way. And then if I keep tilting back, somewhere up there, right there is the sun. So just the brightness of it is gonna kind of cause issues. But whoa. But we should be all right. It shouldn't, from this angle where I'm at, we shouldn't. Oh, we got to purge. We got to purge, folks. That means first stage is full. What are we at? 20 minutes? Yep, first stage is full. They're going to start filling the second stage right now. Let's see if we're still in the right general area. Okay. Let's go I want to change my f-stop to 13. And then we'll put the ISO down a little lower at about 1,000. What is 500? 500 looks a little too dark. So we'll go 800. 800 ISO. F-stop is 14. 1/16 of a second. And we got the purge going on the pad. So we're looking good. There's people taking pictures in front of me in the middle of the tracks. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. It's not the smartest thing in the world to do. Turn your back on a train. Okay. All right, well. And it is somewhat perfect out here as far as I'm concerned. It's not super hot. There is a slight breeze, which helps me out because you could see the plume blowing off to the left. When there is no wind, it just kind of sits right around the pad. But we got 18 minutes to go, just over 18 minutes to go. I would tell that lady to move, but it's like, hey, hello, Wild Splash Stone. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to hit that like button, please, and let your friends know about Vandenberg rocket launches. And when you're done watching this video, just go to the other videos and hit play and just let them play in the background. I want to get my watch hours up so I can monetize this crap. Invest in a new lens, invest in Starlink. That's all right. I know, I understand. All right. I'm going to take like a 3-minute break since we got 17 minutes to go. I'm going to shut up for a minute and I'm just going to enjoy the view. You say hi to whoever the hell you want. Doesn't mean I have to say hi. Okay, turning back toward town. The cool thing is I don't hear the range open today. They have a shooting range over here on North Base. And I don't hear any guns shooting, so nobody must be testing today or training. And then from this angle, if you've been around for a minute, the Firefly launch pad is, you see that building out there? That one? It's just to the left of that building. That's where Firefly is. That's where the end of the, what is it, 5-mile long airport runway is. The reason why it's so long is because that's where the shuttle was supposed to come in. Some beautiful brown pelicans flying by. I don't, oh, they're there. You can't really see them, but in that little dip right there, right, where is it? Hang on, let me find my finger. Right there, those little white things. If you're a local and you come down here, that's the flock of seagulls that hang out down here. And they like to ride the river out there. It's kind of funny. I don't see any of them upstream today, but usually they park upstream and you could watch them float down the river. And then they get down there and they go and hang out. And then sometimes you'll see a handful of them fly back up this way. And then they land just to the right of this pole in the foreground. In the background, you can see a pile of crap out there. And then there's a little sand berm. They hang out there on the sand berm island. And I don't know, talk crap about Lompoc. And then they get in the water and they float down, which is pretty awesome. It's pretty crazy to watch them do it. It's like they're on an e-ticket ride. There is no shuttle landing. There is no shuttle anymore. But if it would have landed, they would have landed it here, somewhere over there, and then they would have trucked it around base all the way over there, down the back road, 13th Street, and then they would have brought it up that road over there on the hillside, and then they would have took it through the back entrance of base, the Surf Beach entrance, and taken it back to Slick 6. But it didn't happen. Challenger blew up. And they decided, nope, it's too dangerous to have the space shuttle out here. Down to 13 minutes, 11 minutes and 50-something seconds now. Oh, yes. He's still on cue with that. Nope, that of course has went up. Oops. Oh, well, no, let's get this back aimed correctly. I'm going to try to stay zoomed out a little bit longer than normal, folks, because my executive producer has asked me to get a longer shot of the pad of normal. That way you guys can see all the smoke coming up from the pad when it happens, when ignition happens. You get all the steam from the deluge system burning off. Yeah, I kind of think, hello, Renee. I kind of think, and it is a L-E-Y. I kind of think points east of here are going to have a hard time seeing it just because of the time of day and how bright the sun is right now. So it'll be a little bit harder for people to see in LA. San Diego again, because I think this is another one of those. All the Starlink launches recently are a further off the coast trajectory. I've noticed if you look at the trajectory map, they used to essentially fly directly over the top of the Channel Islands and then land off of Ensenada. Now it's kind of staying to the west of the Channel Islands and landing further offshore than they were when they first started launching these all the time. Let's go back real quick, make sure I didn't miss any comments. Oh, Jade, you're not moving out of California, are you? Are you one of those people that gave up on this state? I haven't, even though it's going to shit. I'm not moving. I'm staying and fighting for my state. I don't care what all these tree huggers think. Here, if there's any Santa Barbara people watching, I know how to piss them off. Drill, baby, drill. Turn those offshore oil rigs on and bring jobs back to Santa Barbara County and tax dollars. Oh, look, the pelicans must have pissed off the seagulls. Hang on, quick turn, folks, quick turn. Hold on tight. Oh, no, come on. I don't know if you guys can see them. Too bad I don't have my, oh yeah, see? The flock of seagulls out there at the river's mouth, the mouth of the river. It's gonna be a beautiful weekend up here. Warm. I told you, quick turn. Another quick turn. Going back to the pad now, folks, here. I'll go slow so people with vertigo don't get vertigo. We're getting close to second stage is going to be filled. And like I said before, all these dunes right here in front of me, in front of Ocean Park, I guess you could walk through these dunes. For some reason, the snowy plovers only nest in front of Surf Beach. They don't nest down here. I find that interesting. Like, why would they only nest over there? You think if there's dunes, they would find a nice spot in the dunes to rest or to lay their eggs. Now, on the live stream, it's going to be a little hazy. Don't forget, I do have my... Well, you're the one who said it, not me. I do have my Z50 ready to go. So once I promised my wife I'd take her out for a drink tonight. So if you're from out of town and you're staying in Lompoc, head over to El Toro Bronco. Get yourself a drink and a steak or chicken fajita taco. Secret menu item. You won't find it on the menu. And walk up to the guy standing at the bar, and I'll probably have some stickers in my pocket to hand out. Don't be afraid. I won't get irritated. My wife will. All right, we're down to 7 minutes to go till launch. So within the next couple minutes, we should be seeing another plume of purge going on. Evaporated rocket fuel coming from the rocket. People are talking to each other, and I'm out here talking to everybody on the YouTube, which I think is awesome. I didn't have time to put all my hashtags in like usual because it's my second day back to work. I like to plan. See, most people go Monday through Friday for vacation. I like to go like Thursday to Thursday or Wednesday to Wednesday, because then I come back to work on Thursday and it's like just a relaxing day. Friday's a catch-up day. So you only work 2 days, which isn't that bad. And then you get another 2-day break, which is awesome. Yeah, I heard about your fideo, and I don't have any of that. So what do you think about that, Miss Franco? I even got one of the local restaurants to start making fideo because I love me some fideo. And if you're not Hispanic, South American, and you don't know what fideo is, it's chicken noodle soup without the soup. I guess you got to be Hispanic to understand that one. All right, folks, 5 minutes to go. Log off real quick, call your friends, or just send them the link to the page, so we get more people watching this stuff. So I could quit my job and do this full time, spend more time doing it. Because I think this is fun. I think it's awesome. You meet interesting people out here. I always find it interesting. The last couple I met, they were wondering where to go and they wanted to see more, so I sent them down to Surf Beach. They're from Chicago. Oh, did I? I did not bring it. Oh well. I forgot my cheat card and what my number's on it. Fideo is never too hot to eat. Come on now. It's too hot to cook it right now. That's the problem. So I know a lot of people ain't from the area, but if I did like a meetup thing, would people come? Would you guys come? Would you actually show up to a meetup? If I got a spot going for us to show up? I'm kind of leery about doing that because people are pigs and leave their trash everywhere. And I'm tired of people picking up people's trash. So I really don't want to do it. But a lot of people want to come to a rocket launch and don't know where to go. So see, why does the sign right here say closed, but they said the beach is open? See, all right. All right, I'm going to turn the Nikon on now, folks. Welcome to Vandenberg Rocket Launches, folks. We are about 2.5 minutes away from launch. I've said it a couple times. I haven't seen the final purge yet, which we should have seen already. With under 2 minutes to go, that means the strong back is retracted, which is a good thing. Remember to stay zoomed out. Remember to stay zoomed out. Let's zoom this one out just a little bit. You're going to get some people in the foreground now because there are a handful of people around waiting for the rocket launch. Down to 2 minutes. And I haven't seen the purge yet, which has kind of got me worried. We usually get the spin up one at about a minute, minute and a half. Oh, wait, oh, I see it. I see it going on. I see the purge going on right now. Oh, you can't see it on the Nikon because it's too low. Okay. Yep, we got the purge. We got the final purge going on. Okay. Stay zoomed out. Stay zoomed out. Stay zoomed out. Stay zoomed out. All right, folks. Thanks for the 6 people sticking around watching us today. Hopefully we could get it up in the hundreds again. Under a minute. Under a minute. Hopefully the launch commander has said LZ is go for launch. All right. That purge is stopped. So we're down to 30 seconds. So I don't know if I'll be moving or tightening the zoom on the live stream. But once the rocket gets in the air, I will be tightening the zoom on the Z50. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition and liftoff. We have liftoff. And we have liftoff of booster 1100 for its 4th launch. Come on, zoom. Oh, sorry folks. Oh, damn it. Damn it. Max Q. That's the only thing about being over here. We're looking at the ass end of it. So, and we're through Max Q. We'll probably kill it at main engine cutoff because we're not going to be able to see much after that. Or look. Everybody's looking up. Most people weren't even looking at it when 0 happened. Oh, yeah, see? The sun is kind of... The sun has affected the shot. Sorry, folks. There's the Max Q plume dissipating in the sky. And there is booster 1100's 4th launch going downrange. Hang on, let me get my notepad out. The last time 1100 launched was February 9th or February 11th for the 9th launch of the year. Oh, yeah. It's fading. It's fading fast, folks. This is the 17th launch for SpaceX, the 18th total launch of the year, because we can't forget about the Firefly launch. We're going back down to the pad because you can't really see the booster anymore. And come on, a little bit lower. There is the strong back standing there. You can't really see it. It's hazy in the video. And that was booster 1100, 4th launch of its lifetime. The 5th launch for the month for SpaceX, the 6th total. The 17th launch for SpaceX for the year, the 18th total. 1100 last flew February 11th for the 9th launch of the year. It has flown 1 NRO mission, and this is the 3rd Starlink mission of its lifetime. All right. Now my big question is, do I want to keep the live stream going until the train comes by? Thank you, Wild Splash. I try to get some good coverage. I'm still working on it though. But hopefully one day, NASA spaceflight, the guys out of Florida will say, hey, let's take a look at this Vandenberg rocket launch character because he's the only one doing it on the West Coast religiously. I know they have a guy, Jack Bauer, I think he lives out here on the West Coast somewhere. I'm hoping to meet him one day, get some pointers on these rocket launch coverage. And maybe we'll keep the live stream going for a minute so we could watch the mass exodus coming down the train tracks. I saw somebody say their windows are rattling. Yep, that's pretty common if you're not from the area and you live anywhere around here. Lompoc, Vandenberg Village. I've heard windows rattling in Orcutt and Santa Maria, San Ynez Valley, Buellton. Oh, wait. Let me go ahead and kill that video now. All right, Nikon's off. We can kind of go like this too, because there's already people leaving here. You can see the, oh, come on, focus, focus. The beginning of the exodus from Ocean Park has started. I did talk to a couple people. I asked if they were here for the launch or where they were from, and they said they were local, but they just came down to the beach. Oh yeah, see, I already see two people coming down the tracks. Oh, no, I see a little mob coming down the tracks now. We'll leave it like that way for now. Here, we'll put it like that for now. Thanks for tuning in, though, folks. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, share, and turn the notifications on. Comment where you're watching from and how you heard about us. Did YouTube just put it in your feed? Or you run into me in town or something like that? Oh, damn it. I just loosened up my head. But that was another beautiful launch from Vandenberg Space Force Base. I don't know when the next launch is going to be. I never pay attention to that because it could always change. But obviously, I don't think they're going to have one tomorrow or Sunday because the drone ship has got to come home and land. Or, come home and unload the booster and then make its way back out to the landing zone. Let's go. The pad's kind of dead. So we're gonna go up this way a little bit so people could see the mass exodus going on. Uh-oh. Do we have more? There you go. Okay. All right, well, if it's Chris, hopefully I can remember Chris when I see Wild. I still see some light smoke coming from the pad area, which could mean something caught on fire. I'm not 100% sure. It could just be the blow off, you know, them purging out the lines post launch. But it kind of looks like fire smoke. It's not dark enough to be it, but the sun could be hitting it at the right angle right now where it looks like it. I don't know if you guys could see, if you look, follow the train tracks up that way in that little valley right there, you'll see the mass exodus of people coming down. I still find it hard to believe people drive all the way up here, down here, over here, to spend 4 minutes to see a rocket launch. They are exciting. If you haven't been within 20 miles, I highly suggest it. Come up and watch one. If you're watching this from somewhere other than around here, then if you're within a half hour, 45 minutes of the pad, I highly suggest get out here and see one. You don't have to come here to Ocean Park. You could park on Ocean somewhere. Yeah, we had a northbound Starlink train come through about 45 minutes ago. We currently have a freight train. I don't know if you can see it down there in between the switch box and the post, but there is a freight train, not a full train. It's just got a tanker on it and something else. I don't remember what else was on it, but like a liquid transfer and a rock transfer, lava rock transfer. But I think they're gonna wait until the mass exodus finishes coming down the train tracks. It's not that far up there. It's probably from here to the railroad crossing for Surf Beach, which is, you know what? Hang on a second, folks. Let me, all right. We kick back on the Z50 because the mass exodus has begun. I know the live stream's not going to be able to see this, but it's all right. I guess you'll just have to come back later and watch the video. That will be uploaded to the page. But you can see the people coming down the road on the Z50 right now. All right. No, I want autofocus off. There we go. But you can see right over the top of the people coming, there's a train crossing up there. That's the crossing to get from the parking lot to Surf Beach. Oh, a conservation officer was here. So we had fishing game and a conservation officer. Very interesting. It's the first time I've seen either one of them down here. But the mass exodus has begun from Surf Beach. Everybody's coming back down. Not everybody. Whoever parked down here at Ocean Park is making their way back down the tracks to their cars. From here to up there at that railroad crossing is maybe a half a mile. Right around a half a mile. And then, of course, a half a mile back. So it's like a round trip of a mile. Just under a mile, actually. Don't forget, if you are walking down the train tracks, it is technically a crime. You are technically trespassing. But if you park at Ocean Park, you see that to the screen right there? This dirt trail or sand trail. It goes all the way down here. Those trees behind the railroad sign, it gets to those trees and kind of does a S-turn and keeps following the train tracks all the way around, and you essentially come up right at Surf Beach train station. But that is the legal way to walk. But like I tell the people at base that tell me, please tell people not to walk the train tracks. Listen, oh, I hear the train coming. I hear the train coming. Let's get this. Let's get this in the shot. There we go. Got him on live. Thanks, driver. Man. Reconnecting. Oh, sorry, quick turn. Three big O engines for 3 cars. Interesting. But there are the people coming down the tracks, returning to their cars. They're returning to their cars after they went up to Surf Beach train station. Ah, see, Chris, you've been down here for one. You know what it's like. Return to senders are the best, but it's kind of, that's the only thing. These rocket launches aren't exact. So you may drive all the way down here from fill in the blank, and then they scrub it. And then they scrub it again. And then they scrub it again. Actually, let me rephrase that. They postpone it, postpone it, postpone it, and then they scrub it for the next day. All right, so let's keep an eye on the train. So you guys see the train, obviously, right about, not yet, not yet, right about now, no, now, the engine of the train is at Surf Beach. Maybe not quite, maybe right around now it's at Surf Beach. There's not that much of an exodus today with all the cars down here. I'm surprised. Part of the reason why we're running this live stream so long today is I'm waiting for the Chicagoans to come back down, because I want to give them a couple stickers so when they go home they can go onto the live stream and still watch rocket launches. Don't forget, if you don't know this already, you could typically see a night launch at the right time of day from 1,200 miles away. The furthest away we've gotten pictures posted to the Facebook page. If you're on Facebook, put in Vandenberg rocket launches. There's 2 of them out there. Just go to the one with 177,000 followers or subscribers or whatever it's called, and you'll get to see pictures from all over the place. But we've had pictures, night launches, usually we'll get them like Phoenix, Prescott Valley, New Mexico, Albuquerque, we've gotten some. But Denver City, Texas, which is along the New Mexico-Texas border, Big Bend National Park, which is along the U.S.-Mexican border. We've seen them, people have submitted from St. George, Utah. I was kind of hoping one would go last weekend because I was in Pahrump, but it went in the morning, so I didn't have a good view of it. But, all right, folks, I think I'm calling it a day. Like I said, if you're in the area, head over to El Toro Bronco in about 2 hours. I should be there, me and the warden. Just look for the guy standing up at the bar. If not, let's see, what hat should I wear? I'll wear my white and red hat. Yeah, I'll wear my Jonesy's chicken hat. If you're from the Santa Barbara area, go over to Goleta and hit up Jonesy's Chicken. Some good stuff. But thank you for joining us today, folks. I appreciate it. Don't forget to tell your friends, family, your boss, everybody about the page so we can monetize this and have more fun with it. But until next time, see ya!